Hey, you guys, Stuart Piddle on the Most Targeted Citizen. Hope you're well. I've had a couple questions about my harvesting equipment and uh, staying on a budget to harvest. And let me tell you, I have to be on a strict budget because I don't get any money from the government. They don't help me. Um, Times are tough when you're disabled and you don't get a government check. Times are tough when you're disabled and you're not allowed to work because I'm not physically allowed to work. I've been gang stalked out to every job I ever had. That's when I started working for myself, and when I started making awesome money, more money than the trolls would ever dream about. That's when they destroyed everything in my business. They destroyed my customer base. They destroyed my employees. I went through 36 employees in 4 months, hired by the feds to come destroy my business. So, harvesting on a budget, I guess you could say. That's the name of this video. Harvesting on a budget. I'm going to go through the basics of my apparel, the equipment, the gear I use. This is my first season harvesting ever. I went rabbit hunting with my dad one time, and my dad was such a jerk I didn't want to be in the woods with him anymore, and that was the last opportunity. I can count on one hand and have fingers left over the times that my dad took me fishing, hunting, or played ball. Fishing, hunting, and played ball with fingers left over. That's how much my dad spent time with me. His goal in life. My dad was a pastor when I was growing up, and on Sunday he would preach about how bad his son screwed up all week long. That was my dad's sermon, was based on his son's life. So he would just rip me apart in church on Sunday, and the rest of the week was punishment. So he can come up with a new sermon at church. That's literally how it was. I had credit at 5 years old. I had credit, meaning that my dad would whoop me for the crimes I was going to commit. Middle child in the middle of two sisters, so I was the worst. I was Satan's spawn. So let's start with the equipment. What I use to harvest to feed my family. I don't do this for fun. I don't do it for sport. But I have learned that getting out of this terror dome is a great thing. That's really helped my health. I feel better because I'm away from this frequencies of hell in this house. But I had no clue that hunting and harvesting was so expensive. It is outrageous, and I had no idea. So for me doing what I do, buy, selling, and trading things to be able to come up with enough funds to do this, because I don't get donations, because the trolls out there have done everything they can to slander, defame, defraud people, and harass me. And that will be addressed very soon. But let's start with just a basic bunch of gear that I have. Let's start with clothing. I am lucky because I've worked a lot of different jobs in my youth, and I've been able to acquire the warmest things. When I was a child, I hated toboggans. I thought toboggans, they're so uncool. I'll wear a hat no matter how cold my ears are. Well, that was ignorant. One of my first jobs, probably third or fourth job, I worked at Pet Dairy making ice cream. At that time, I got a freezer suit. This right here is warm to 80 degrees below zero. I use this freezer pants. I also have the top, but it gets way too hot. So I have this freezer suit. These camo boots, brand spanking new. I got those off Facebook Marketplace. They're cheap Chinese boots. They're not very comfortable, but they are waterproof and they are camo. I paid $20 for those. $20 for those. This is my body armor, and anybody wants to make fun of that, that'll stop 30-06, 308, and 762. This will. This is heavy duty body armor. It weighs about 3 pounds, but don't mistake the packaging for the power inside of it. That is one of the better investments I've made. I think I spent like $75 on that, and you can't get level 3 body armor for less than $500-600. So I did very good on that. This right here, I have a ghillie suit. I don't really use that for hunting, but if I need to disappear, I can disappear. There's a lot of videos online about ghillie suits. I guess you've probably seen the golf course videos where Juke Squad, it's young guys in Florida, they'll wear a ghillie suit and literally disappear and just harass golfers. Awesome to have one of those. In a survival situation, you need to escape. Less infrared or thermal, you can disappear into the woods. Real thick wool toboggan. We found this in the house we were cleaning out, and it's been well worth its weight in gold. Also, when we cleaned out that house, we got this real thick camo coat, and I know it's hard to see. It's really not showing up in here, but it really blends in. It's warm. It's got a lot of pockets. When you're hunting or harvesting, you want as many pockets as you can, because literally I fill up every pocket. I'll have ammo in one pocket. I'll have monocular in another pocket. I mean, it's just completely full. Pack of cheese crackers in another pocket. That's the heaviest coat that I wear right here. And like I said, it's well worth its weight in gold. And anytime that you're wearing your harvesting apparel, Do not wash it. Do not wash it. Do not wash it. Everything that I wear, I haven't washed any of this gear the whole season, and I will not till the season's over. I always spray it down with my Deceit, so it's all got the scent of the woods. I don't want any scent from my home to be on it. Before I get in the woods, every time I spray down the bottom of my shoes, my pants, everything I spray down. Everything I spray down when I'm going out to harvest. This is a lighter mossy oak coat. It's got the hunter orange on the inside. It works very well. That was also, it was a blessing from God that we got to do a clean out on the house. A boy got evicted and he left a whole bunch of nice stuff. He didn't leave any arms, unfortunately, but very good coat. It breathes really well. This is better for early season hunting, especially for archery, because it's lightweight, doesn't sweat you to death. I've got this kind of like an aquarium shirt. It is an aquarium. The picture on it of an aquarium, but it's lightweight. It's like that Under Armour material, and then of course the long brown shirt underneath it. I usually wear 3 shirts. I always dress in layers. I cannot get cold. If I get cold, it'll lock my body down, and I get real stiff because of the weapons they use on me. I don't have any cartilage left in between my joints, so my body is fried from the weapons being used on me. These are another pair of mossy oak pants. No, this is Realtree here. I got these the other week at Walmart. I bought them larger. That way I could wear pants and my insulated underwear underneath them. These were about $40. If you're going to buy this coat right here is about $150. This coat right here is about this is probably $170. This coat right here is about $100, $75 to $100, depending on where you buy it at. Those pants were $50 at Walmart, and they are insulated. They have an insulated layer on the inside. They are very warm, very warm. What else was I going to show you? Oh, these right here. I bought these back when I used to ride motorcycles all the time. And when I say ride motorcycles, rain, snow, sleet, and hell, I was riding motorcycles. I bought these 10 years ago. They're called Hot Chilies. This is the best insulated underwear you will ever buy. Insulated underwear, normally it sweats you and it gets itchy and you sweat a lot in it. These right here, they breathe, but they'll block any wind. I wore these more times in the wintertime without my leathers on, and it felt like I had leathers. That's how good they are. And I've had the elastic put in them 3 times. That's how much I love them. I think they're about 70 or 80 bucks now, but this is probably the best investment I ever made for gear to stay warm in. One of the best investments I ever made is my Hot Chilies. Moving on, we've got these Tasco game cameras. Bought these at Walmart. They have them on sale at Walmart right now. $29 for Tasco game cameras. They do not come with the cards or the batteries, but for 29 bucks, the next one comparable up is like 60 bucks. So $29 for each one of these. Great deal on technology, and I'm telling you, they have a crystal clear picture in daylight or at night. Great picture on them. This is this is your card reader that you buy, and this right here is like 80 bucks. It's real cheaply made, but it's got a good picture on it. Let me see if I can get it to turn on without even the card in it. But this is how you can go through and check all your game cameras. Hopefully next year I can have the game camera that's got that. It has an alarm on it, and it sends the pictures directly to your cell phone, but that thing's like 200 bucks, and I ain't got that. I ain't going to have that, and I ain't going to spend it. But this right here is great for checking your cards. That way you don't have to go home, plug up the computer, and check all your stuff. You can check them on. Just go up to the tree stand or go up to the tree you got it in, take the card out, and check them. You can see if your hunt's coming through, if the harvest you need is coming through, what time it's coming through. Great investment there. Well worth the money. I showed you guys about my hats. This is one toboggan here, or skull cap, but it's got the hunter orange on the outside and camo on the inside. That's the smaller one here that I bought, and this right here is the larger one. Like I said, Realtree is the brand, and it works very good. It really keeps your ears warm. This right here is another piece of motorcycle apparel. When you ride bikes, you learn to stay warm. Like I said, anywhere from 50 to 70,000 miles a year is what I put on my Harley Davidson because I love to ride. That was my peace and my quiet. Hopefully I'll be able to do that soon again when I get my motorcycles back. But this is a neck wrap, and it can be used to go up around your neck, over your chin, over half your face, or use it as a toboggan and let the top of your head breathe. This right here was like 25 bucks, but that is a great investment because you use a lot more heat through your neck than you'd really think you would. So that's a great investment. Army hat. This right here came in my sailboat. This is actual Army issue. This is insulated. It's got the it's got your ear covers on it so you can cover up your ears, but I don't use them when I'm hunting because I need to be able to hear when the game comes in. My buddy's son gave me this whole, and I cannot believe it. I mean, I've been blessed. I will admit I've been blessed this year. But my buddy's son gave me this knife set for butchering. To clean, did my harvest skinned out. Great knife set. It's got the bone saw in it. It's got everything that you need to really get one cut up, get it in on the ground and in the freezer. Got your sharpener, got extra gloves with it, but this has been priceless. And like I said, it was given to me. So thank you, Lord, for all those many miracles that are much needed. Flashlight technology is something that I'm lacking in at the moment, but Walmart has these right here. These are like 15 bucks. And I think it takes 3 or 4 C or D batteries, but these right here are pretty dim right now. But I've had these batteries in here for 2 years, but very good. I mean, it's good product for the money. I've dropped it, thrown it. I mean, it's fell out of the deer stand. This has been a great product to use. I've got 2 of them, and in a survival situation, you need as much light as you can possibly get, and I would recommend getting light that doesn't require batteries. So anytime the power goes out here, I am more than prepared. I've got these 2 spotlights, and I've got these lanterns here. This one's Mason's here. This is mine. These put out a lot of good light, but like I said, they're not the best technology for lighting now that they have out now. The lighting now is just amazing, and I'm hoping that one day, and if somebody wants to buy me one of these newer lights, that's LED. Please feel free. I can give you my information to send me one of those lights. I would love to have one of those lights. Just whatever one's the best. They're small, they're easy to maintain, or even a headlamp. I've got one, but it's been vandalized, as everything else in my life is vandalized. This right here's your face paint here. I got this at Academy Sports this week. I'm not real keen on it. It's got 4 or 5 colors, I think. It depends on how you put it on, but I don't know why in the world they got so much beige and brown in it, and this is more of a blue here. So I'm not real particularly fond of this, but you know, it does in a pinch, because I do whole face paint and all. This is the pack that I've used for the last 2 years, and works really good. This is good. Your green, your brown, and your black. This has really come in handy. It works really good. And then of course, if you'll hit the Halloween, after Halloween, you can buy up all the Halloween face paint. So I've got a lot of black. This right here is a little more difficult to get off, but it does have good coverage. This right here is your squealer. It's the cans, what they call it. This is what you call your does in, or call your bucks in with. It got good volume to it. If you really learn how to do it, you can call it in. The other night it was dark. The sun had already went down. I was still within my 30-minute after dark period, and it worked really good. I had 2 bucks called in, but I just couldn't see them to be able to put the shot on them. This is one of those monoculars. I made a mistake and seen an ad on Facebook Market or Facebook one night about a monocular you can see the stars with, and you got a little stand and you can record it with your cell phone. Don't buy it. I waited 3.5 months for this thing, and you can't see the moon. You can't see the surface of the moon. I mean, I can see across the street, and it's really good like that, but it gives you a little flimsy tripod that's about 3 inches tall. It's good for basic looking, but it's my sight vision for being able to sight in I'm lacking in this, so I need a good set of binoculars, even night vision. I'm waiting right now on a night vision to mount to my scope for my gun, so hopefully that'll come in. I think I got 200 bucks in it. It sounds expensive, but anything comparable to that has been, the pricing is like $700 to $800 on the low end, was $700 to $800. I haven't used this product right here yet. It's called Hunter's Edge Scent Eliminator. It's supposed to hide your scent. I do not use that. My buddy Brad gave it to me, and the reason why is because I use this. It's called Deceit. I dropped the bottle and broke it, but you buy this in these bottles. These bottles are $16 a piece, and you mix this bottle and half of that. You pour half of this into that bottle and fill the rest up with mineral water. This stuff is gold, literally. I sprayed this stuff on trees that hadn't been touched and put my camera right there, and squirrels, raccoons, deer, every critter in the woods went to this stuff. So if there's anything that this is the number one thing I'm taking with me when I go to harvest. This stuff is the deal. I was shocked and amazed, and still shocked and amazed how much the animals just tear this stuff up. They love it, and it smells so good. It doesn't have a wild scent. It smells like vanilla and almonds, but it is. That's one of the best products I've found this year, and I'm very, very happy that I got hooked up with the company that makes that. Great product. As you see, this is my ammo box. I shoot black powder. That's all I'm allowed to shoot because I got set up as a child. As a teenager, I got set up by the federal government because I've been targeted my whole life. That's what they like to do. But I've got my measure for my powder. I always keep Q-tips. Q-tips are priceless when you need them. A little scoop. I've got my caps in here. I've got extra cylinder for my 22 Magnum. My 22 Magnum lead. Those will put a hurting on you. I've got the sabots for my black powder 50 caliber. I bought some more here. Those will put a hurting on you for sure. These things open up and they really make a big hole in anything you want to hit them with. This right here is the caps for them. I'm going to get my gunsmith to work on my firearm. That way I don't need these caps anymore. I can just use the caps without the plastic piece that holds it in. But I've got all my good stuff in there. I've got my wads, I've got my files, I've got my powder. This uses 777 and 50 cal. That's for my shotgun, or well, my rifle. My hip guns, my handguns that I carry, they take 4F, I think it is. It's a finer powder than that right there. What else is in here that I need to go through? But I got all just assorted tools. Hammers, knives, screwdrivers, anything that I need to break down my weapon and make my weapon work the way it's supposed to do is right here in this box. Tackle box is the best thing to make for a gun box. Take it anywhere. I got it marked and registered so everybody knows to leave it alone. And this right here is going to, of course, attract attention, but I've got to do what I can to stay safe. But I try to take all my gear with me when possible. This right here is what I keep my load in. I run about 100 to 120 grains of powder in my arm. And when this thing goes off, it is literally like a cannon. And that thing is accurate to 400 yards. 400 yards, yes, with a black powder. This is one I think I found this the other week. But it's a rechargeable, and it's pretty decent light. But like I said, I want one that is a little smaller if possible. One that stays charged longer. But I guess I probably could have been using this the whole time. But it's decent for what it is. Like I said, it's free. I get a lot of stuff for free. I find a lot of stuff. People give me a lot of stuff. So I'm thankful for everything the Lord blesses me with. And I always take a pair of hedge trimmers with me, especially when I'm going in the woods. When I take my tree stand with me, it's a walker. So you walk up the tree with it, and it hangs real high off my back. So it's good to have this when I go in to trim out anything that's in my way, especially a lot of thorns and briars. These right here, this is a priceless thing, and it doesn't take up much space when you do go. That's the majority of the basic stuff. I don't want to really get into my arms. I don't like showing my arms off on TV because it's nobody's business what I carry. But I'm trying to up my game. I'm trying to up my survival game because it's going to be not too much longer when you can't go to Walmart and get what you want. They're going to make it that way. You cannot go and get what you want. You're not going to be able to feed yourself. They're shutting down the farms. They're getting ready to take everything out. And if you read Revelations, it says the sky will turn black. The rivers will be filled with blood. So we won't be able to fish. The animals are going to be contaminated. It's going to get to the point where we can't eat anything. But I'll be danged if I'm going to let the government tell me what I can and cannot feed myself with. I'm not eating cockroaches and I'm not eating earthworms. And that's what Bill Gates wants me to do. Not in my world. I'm a meat eater. God gave me these teeth to chew meat. And that's what I'm going to do. That's my basic kit. And it looks like a lot, and it is a lot. I told Mason today I've got a bag that's got all my GoPro cameras in it when I was doing a lot of recording, a lot of First Amendment auditing and government accountability. I'll probably use that because it is a Cabela's bag. I'll probably clear all my GoPros out of that and put all my gear in, the stuff that I need. So far, I've just been putting in a bucket on the back of the truck, but I need something a little bit more portable and a little more secure. But this is my basic kit. It works. You're always making improvements. You always got to add to it. Money's always a factor. I did not understand how much it costs to feed your family. Deer is the most expensive meat you will ever buy. And I would dare to guess that I probably got 500 hours sitting in a tree the past 2 months. And it has been a pleasure because I can sit up in a deer stand. I can talk to God. I can be one with my Father. I can sit there and just pray and worship Him and be up in the trees because I hate heights. I absolutely hate heights. So 15, 20 feet, that's high enough for me. But I can just be in the trees and spend time with my Father. And that's the best time you'll ever spend on earth is when you spend your time with Jesus. So maybe tomorrow when it's daylight, after I go hunting in the morning or harvesting,
I'll show you my tree stands. I bought 3 this year at really good prices. My walking stand is like $350. You had to buy it new, so I got a really good deal on that. So we'll go into part 2 of my equipment. If you got any questions about any of this gear, let me know. Leave your comments or questions in the inbox in the comment section. Listen, don't let an F beside your name stop you from being an American citizen and using your rights. You got a felony, you can still hunt. You can still live your life. And you can get felonies expunged off your record depending upon the crime and depending upon the time it's been since then. I can help you with all the information to get your record cleared, because if you're safe enough to be on the road, on walking around free, you should be safe enough to do anything else that another American citizen does. They are violating the Constitution by taking away your rights to bear arms and your rights to vote. So stand up and fight back for your rights. Everybody makes mistakes as kids. We shouldn't be punished forever for it. I just wish I would have learned sooner what I'm allowed to do as an American citizen, because I still am. I would love to rescind my citizenship because this country's done nothing but terrorize me, but I'm doing all I can to feed my family, and that's what this is about. It's about survival. It's about feeding your family. It's about being a God-fearing man, doing what God says, because God gave us the birds in the air. He gave us the animals that walked and crawled. So remember that anything in the streams, in the waters, in the sky, and on the ground, God gave to you to feed your family. So, I'm Stuart Pidlong. I am the most targeted citizen. Hope you have a good day. God bless. Like, share, and subscribe. This is Targeted Citizen 3. Go to the Most Targeted Citizen. That's my full-time channel. It should come on in the next couple days. Most Targeted Citizen, #1 channel. This is Targeted Citizen 3. This is the backup channel, Targeted Citizen 3. Like, share, and subscribe. I am the Targeted Citizen. The Most Targeted Citizen. Have a good day. God bless.